Wild animals are facing risks far beyond our imaginations. We've seen a mass extermination on a scale like never before.
There are only 3 northern white rhinos left on the planet. The western black rhino went extinct in 2011.
"97% of all wild tigers are now missing from our environment. So the Bali tiger, the Java tiger, they've all gone. And if we're not careful, we're going to lose the rest of them."
The lion population has halved in the past 20 years.
Just between 2010 and 2013, 100,000 elephants were killed for their ivory.
Never in the history of this planet have we got to a stage where so many species are under threat. If you take the Amur leopard as an example, to have only 60 of these animals left in the wild is just insanity.
Over in Kenya lies the Pejeta Conservancy. Pejeta is home to the 3 last northern white rhinos on the planet.
My name is Richard Vine. I'm the CEO of the Pejeta Conservancy. Northern white rhinos is a conservation failure. A plan was hatched to take the last remaining 4 potentially reproductive animals back to Pejeta, but unfortunately they never got pregnant. We've got the last remaining 3 northern white rhinos left on the planet now, and they're all infertile. What has happened to those northern white rhinos is in fact a simple signal to what is happening to many thousands of other species across the planet. If they can be ambassadors to that message going forwards, they would at least have served something of a purpose before they go extinct. We're the largest black rhino sanctuary in Eastern Africa, and then have an electric fence around the whole place. That's got corridors built into it. Then we have what we call our arm teams. They're the kind of teeth of our security operation, which makes, hopefully, poachers on the risk side of the equation start to think twice about coming here. And actually, good security will still ultimately depend upon boots on the ground.
Behind a pet supply shop in Welwyn, Hertfordshire, lies something out of the ordinary.
My name's Dr. Terry Moore. I'm the Honorary Director of the Cat Survival Trust. We've bred 280 cats since we started 40 years ago. We take in cats, either surplus animals, animals that are impounded by the authorities. I'd much prefer to see them in the wild, but the wild places are disappearing. We put out an appeal to buy 10,000 acres of virgin forest in northeast Argentina. The piece of land at that time cost £30 an acre, which made it a £300,000 project, which is a real bargain because to put one cat back in the wild would cost at least £30,000. So you could say that having bought the cats, we got the land free, we got 5 million trees free, and we got billions of insects and plants and hundreds of thousands of birds, mammals, primates, reptiles and fish that live in the same piece of forest.
Over in the Laikipia region of Kenya lies Space for Giants, a charity working to develop sustainability with communities primarily through ecotourism.
My name is Max Graham and I'm the CEO of Space for Giants. Tourism provides direct benefits to local people. It provides employment, it can provide investment in community programs, education through the provision of bursaries to kids, and also primary healthcare to people who need it.
The team set off first thing who used GPS technology to help with their research. Finally, after hours of expert tracking, Nelson picks up a noise on the tracking device. The team find a large pride of lions.
And some of the animals we monitor closely are apex predators, lions being key in this particular case. Our Pejeta has a program that looks at the predator numbers, and the idea is to be able to follow these predators and understand how they interact with the other prey base.
Conservation has delivered effective recovery for species all over the planet, and the recent successes are proving to be effective.
We've been very successful in using the security apparatus that we've set up to safeguard our rhinos to help mitigate the elephant poaching that was taking place at quite a high level across Laikipia in 2013. They were so effective that they basically stopped elephant poaching across the whole of Laikipia.
World conservation is at a bit of a turning point. We're going to find a lot more people who are prepared to help us to buy more natural habitat in the future to save more animals in the wild, not just cats, but the whole ecosystem of areas around the world.
We've built more than 100 kilometres of electrified fencing in northern Kenya. Now we're building that in Gabon, where we're seeing massive declines in crop raiding by elephants. The first success we've seen is a more than 90% reduction in the illegal killing of elephants where we operate in North Kenya. And we're seeing increased conviction rates and penalties for poachers, and that's a fantastic outcome for us. Going forward, if elephants have a value for local people, then elephants have a future in Africa. People see benefits from elephants, then they value elephants, and that actually is ultimately where we need to be in the long term, as local people valuing elephants alive rather than dead.
Over the years, we've sustained, growth of the rhino population above and exceeding, sometimes 9% per annum. And this is tremendous because having started with 20 individuals, we are now at 108 and the largest population in East Africa. We need to conserve the environment and the species therein. They provide us with tangible values. We can visit these places, we can rest in these places, we find refreshment in these places. If we don't do anything today regarding saving some of the species that are under threat, we will have nothing tomorrow. We owe it to our sons and daughters. We owe the world the opportunity to get to enjoy what we are enjoying today.
Conservation has never been so important. And if we as a planet don't get behind this movement, we will lose our last chance to save these precious animals.